Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jesse Gonzalez. I'm 22 years old, and I'm currently a student and also work full-time. I'm here to tell you about a skill that sets me apart from many other people in the workforce. It makes my resume stand out, makes me a better employee, and allows me to interact better with others. This skill also makes it easier for me to travel. Now, you're probably wondering what that skill is. In fact, it's the fact that I'm bilingual. I'm here to talk to you about the importance of learning and knowing a second language. If you don't speak more than one language, you'll see why you're missing out. Imagine that you're a candidate for your dream job. You have worked on your resume and cover letter for days. You've added all of your relevant skills. You think you nailed the interview, but the other candidate for the job has a resume almost identical. The major difference is that the job requires dealing with some customers in French-speaking areas in Canada, and the other candidate speaks French, and you don't. The other candidate is looked upon better because they have a language skill that would contribute to their job, and they're hired. I'm not going to tell you that having the upper hand in the work world is the only reason you should learn a second language, but it definitely is a big reason you should consider it. If you aren't sold yet, listen to the many other benefits of learning a second language. There has been an extensive amount of research done on the variety of benefits of learning a second language. Neuroscientists have discovered that bilingual adults have sharper brains than monolingual people. The study documented that in older age, people who know more than one language experience higher levels of cognitive function than monolingual people. Learning another language may mean you'll have an easier time remembering facts or completing other tasks when you get older. Another benefit is that people who know more than one language are better at making rational decisions, especially when they are thinking in their second language. This may be because the brain connects emotions more with the first language than with languages picked up later in life. If you find it tough to make well thought out, rational decisions in the heat of the moment, picking up a second language could be beneficial. Another major benefit that you shouldn't overlook is knowing a foreign language when traveling. If you've ever been out of the country, you probably either spoke the language there, needed a tour guide, or relied on locals knowing English or having signs in English to get around. Foreign languages can often limit your travel opportunities. But once you know another language, it becomes much easier to travel to where the language is spoken. There are a variety of resources available for traveling places where you don't know the language, but they can be difficult and time-consuming to use. If you learn a second language, you won't need to rely on Google Translate, a phone app, or a tour guide to get around. You might be thinking, there's no way I have the time to learn a second language. Actually, it's not quite as hard as you might think. With the development of new technology has come simple ways to learn a foreign language. When I tutor beginning students, I always recommend they use Duolingo to supplement their work in class. It is a website that can be used on a computer or through a mobile app, and it is a simple and free way to learn a foreign language for beginners. This is also great for many people who might have taken some language classes when they were younger, but have forgotten much of it since then. You might be surprised at how quickly it comes back to you. There is a wide variety of different apps and programs that you can use. So take a look. Some are geared toward the serious language learner, while others are meant more for travel or just learning the basics. Many are available at no cost, so you can try learning multiple languages on multiple platforms if you are not sure where to start. For those of you who want to learn in person, there are other options. Here at Kirkwood, elementary level foreign language classes are offered. If you are looking to take any elective courses or just want to learn, I highly recommend taking language courses through Kirkwood. In college language classes, you will learn through speaking, reading, writing, and listening. Larger cities sometimes have language learning institutes that offer short-term, more intensive language courses. If you ever relocate to another area, that is also something to look into. If you have the resources, private tutoring is always an option. There are many tutors available in the area who would be willing to sit down with you and work with you one-on-one. According to the Foreign Service Institute, it takes 480 hours to become fluent in the language most similar to English, like French, Spanish, German, and Indonesian, for example. If you only work on learning the language for 30 minutes a day, you can become completely fluent in just over 2 years. Now imagine all the opportunities that would be open to you after learning a second language. You may go on that overseas trip you've always wanted to go on. Imagine speaking Italian in Rome or French in Paris. You could order tacos in Mexico City, or sangria in Spain. You could interact with the locals and have an extremely immersive experience that you otherwise wouldn't be able to have if you only spoke English. Or imagine having the ability to read classic Spanish literature like Don Quixote in its original language. Perhaps, for many of you, one of the best benefits to come out of language learning is that it would make you more marketable in the workforce. Adding a second language to your skill set could be just the thing that sets you apart from another candidate when you are applying for your dream job. So, what do you have to lose? There's no reason you can't start learning a language today. It's really easier than you think. Take a simple first step by deciding what language you are interested in. If you are not sure, think of a language that would be most useful to you if you plan to work or travel internationally. Once you've decided which language to learn, explore a few language learning websites or apps and get started. Just 5 to 10 minutes per day to start can make a big difference. Before you know it, you'll be on your way to being multilingual.